I'm Adam Trujillo with the Harker Heights Activity Center. Today we are going to show you how to prune dead branches off your trees. Now the spring is not actually a good time to be pruning live branches, so we're going to stick to dead branches today. You want to trim your live branches in like the winter when your tree is dormant. Today we're going to be using a pruning saw. It's going to look like this. You could buy it at any garden center, and this is going to be the best thing to be pruning your branches. We're going to do about anything about arm's width, anything that or smaller with this. Anything bigger you might want a power saw, but always pruning saws are going to be the best thing to cut with. So as you can see here, we have a dead branch that the log or the tree is trying to seal up, but it will never seal up if this branch is still here. So what we're going to do in order for the tree to seal itself is we're going to cut a linear line as close as we can to where it's growing over. So you want a straight and clean cut, and this will help it seal up. And remember, a tree will never fully heal. What it does is it seals over its injuries. Okay, so for smaller branches like this, you can use a handsaw. It's always better to use a handsaw when you're cutting a tree. That way the cut's nice and smooth. Chainsaws, they're just a little more power than you need, and it's going to grind up more of the cut. So it's going to make a harder wound to seal up. All right, so as I said before, we're going to want a nice straight line as close as to the actual tree growth that's happening right here. So we're going to want nice clean cut right at the base. Okay, so now that this cut is done, it should seal up better. However, we'll have to come back later with the chainsaw just to get this big chunk, so that can also seal up. This branch is broken off, so we're going to remove the rest of the branch. You're going to want to find the branch collar, and you'll find it at the base of the branch. It'll bulge out slightly, so you can see here, and that's where we're going to cut it. Make sure when you do cut it that it is a nice smooth cut all the way through. Alright, so after every use, meaning in between every tree, you're going to want to disinfect your saw. That way you're not taking any disease in between your trees. This is very important, especially with your oak and oak wilt. We use Lysol, so what we do is we just give it a nice spray down, and then we wipe it clean. And then of course, make sure your tools stay clean. Dirt and stuff will make it rust a lot quicker, and a rusty blade is not easy to cut with. Well, thank you for tuning in, and remember to always use the proper equipment, your pruning saw, and clean before each use, and that you can always prune dead branches off your trees.